unless you're well yourself, then you can't make the environment that you're working in well.
Right.
So you are your greatest asset, right? So you have to take care of you first.
So I grew up in Rochester. When I was younger, everywhere you look, you see a U of R building. So I knew U of R was a big part of Rochester. And when I was accepted, it was a pretty easy answer, right? Again, I knew the research opportunities that were here. I knew the area, being from Rochester, and was really excited with the opportunities that Rochester could provide. In my first year, I went to Wilmot Symposium and actually saw you give a talk. And that was the first time I'd ever heard of cancer cachexia or this muscle wasting phenotype. Of course, as you know, I came up to you and we kind of had a conversation and our personalities kind of clicked and the rest is history.
I was not even planning on taking anyone in my lab at the point when you walked up to me, so I was kind of surprised. But the nuanced ideas that you'd already thought about, really, made me think about things that I was doing and how you could augment those things. And you came in with these great ideas that you could actually hit the ground running. I came here because I wanted to explore, and research in that area. And so that is, how I got here.
Right.
And so as you know, got into, cachexia and skeletal muscle wasting research. And again, because that, toxicity area has not been explored much, there's not much known about what are the mechanisms that lead to cancer-related skeletal muscle wasting.
The research is our big goal, right? We have to complete the research. We have to publish these papers. But the one thing that I really appreciated from our relationship is this idea of becoming a better person in terms of like my holistic health. You definitely feel better when you work out, and you've had a huge impact on kind of getting me to recognize that. Because, at this age, and you say this a lot, right? The young people are very hard to kind of motivate in the sense that we think we have all this time, but we really don't. And so getting that kind of change in mindset now has been really helpful. And you can very much tell when you're actively working out that you feel better in other aspects of your life, right? So the research goes a little bit more smoothly.
We can't lose context of who we are as researchers, because again, that's how we come up with ideas.
Right.
That's how we, keep a positive outlook when things aren't working.
Exactly, yeah. You tell me a lot of your ideas come from you on a treadmill, right?
Exactly. That's my most innovative self, right? Because that's the time where I'm alone with my thoughts. We're here to help humanity. That's what we come to do. We come to serve humanity because we both came into this work for very personal reasons, right? And so that's what continues to drive us when things aren't going our way.
It kind of brings it full circle, right? What I do in the lab does actually have an impact on patients.
Every day we come into the lab and we turn those lights on, we know we're coming in there to improve the lives of other human beings.
Right. Thinking back about my Rochester journey, if you think about the research aspect, right, I think Rochester's been a great place for both of us to grow our science. And outside of that, really happy that we, kind of connected at that Wilmot Symposium, right, everything we kind of talked about today. Definitely grown as a person.
You've grown exponentially on your way to becoming an independent researcher. So I appreciate the impact that you've had on my development, not only as a mentor, but as a human.